The untold story of VLC Media Player. Have you ever wondered how VLC Media Player can play so many different types of videos without asking you to install extra codecs? And here's something even more interesting. Why doesn't VLC bombard you with annoying advertisements, even though millions of people use it? Who created VLC? Why is it called VLC? And if VLC is so popular, why didn't its creators turn it into a massive money-making business? You're going to find out all of that in this video. So let's go back to where the story actually began. Not in a giant tech company's office, but inside a university in France. It all started as a university project. The story begins in the 1990s in France. At École Centrale Paris, a famous engineering school, students were working on a project involving the university's network. Among the people involved was Jean-Baptiste Kempf and his team. At that time, university networks were nowhere near as fast as today's internet. Streaming video over a network was difficult, and there was another major problem. Media players had serious compatibility issues. Different video formats often required different codecs. Sometimes a video wouldn't play at all. Sometimes the audio worked, but the video didn't. And sometimes you had to install an additional codec just to open a particular file. Compared to today's experience, watching a video back then could be surprisingly frustrating. That's when an interesting idea emerged. Why not create software that could stream video over a network and handle different media formats more easily? And that idea eventually became the VideoLAN project. So where did the name VLC come from? In the beginning, VideoLAN wasn't simply a media player. The project had different components designed for network video streaming. One important component was called the VideoLAN client, and its short form was VLC. That's right, the name VLC came from VideoLAN client. Nothing mysterious, just a simple name that eventually became famous around the world. But the real turning point was still ahead. The decision that changed everything. For some time, VideoLAN was mainly used in the university environment, but then came a decision that completely changed its future. In 2001, VideoLAN was released as open-source software, and suddenly, developers from around the world could contribute to the project. They could study the code, improve it, fix problems, and add new features. The project was no longer limited to a university. It had become a global open-source project, and VLC had one major advantage. It could handle a huge variety of multimedia formats without forcing users to install a different media player for every file. That capability helped VLC stand out, and its popularity started growing rapidly. So why did VLC become so popular? Think about what VLC offered. It was free, it didn't rely on annoying advertisements, it supported multiple operating systems, and it could play a huge range of audio and video formats. So naturally, people started using it. Over time, VLC expanded beyond desktop computers and reached mobile platforms as well. Then came continuous improvements and new features. Support for things like 4K video, hardware decoding, streaming features, and Chromecast made VLC even more capable. And that's how a university project gradually turned into one of the world's most recognizable media players. But here's the big question. Why doesn't VLC show advertisements? This is probably one of the most interesting things about VLC. Think about it. If millions of people use your software, you could potentially make a huge amount of money by showing ads. So why doesn't VLC do this? The answer lies in the philosophy behind the project. VLC is maintained by VideoLAN, a non-profit organization. The project isn't designed like a traditional commercial software company, whose primary goal is maximizing advertising revenue. VideoLAN also receives support through donations, so instead of filling the player with advertisements, the project focuses on keeping the software free and open source. And that's why you can open VLC, start watching your video, and simply enjoy it without being interrupted by advertisements. And that's the real story of VLC. It started as a university project, and over time, that small project grew into a globally recognized media player. If you enjoyed the story, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating technology stories.